Hey boys, welcome back to another video on Insane Reacts, and in this video, as the title will suggest, we're going to be having a look at my favorite player. It's close, dude. I think I talked about it in my Brisbane Broncos 2006 career mode that I said Carmichael Hunt was my favorite player of all time. Jharal Yoh Yeh, he's a close second, dude. He's a close second. And I mean, Yow Yeh would have been my favorite player if I got to see him more. If he played his full career, I have no doubt Yow Yeh would have been my all-time favorite. But yeah, you know, the story of Yow Yeh is tragic, and it still breaks my heart. It still breaks my heart every time I think about it, dude. So I thought there's no better player to do a reaction of, and this is going to be the best of Jharal Yoh Yeh. It's a video I saw ages ago from as you can see there, he's got the splash on the screen there, JBP Productions Sports Edits. He's done a few good montages for sure. There were quite a few guys that did some good NRL player highlights and stuff, and this guy's got quite a few, so I'll obviously link his original video in the description. Check it out, because Jharal Yoh Yeh, it deserves more views. This video's only got like 2,500 views, dude. Yoh Yeh deserves way more. But yeah, no better player to react to. So yeah, let's get into it, dude. First off, probably most people know about the Yoh Yeh situation, but a lot of young guys that may be new to my channel, my old channel, coming over, or even just this one, like new fans to league, or even, you know, younger kids, might not be aware of Yoh Yeh. So basically, he was, in my opinion, the best winger in the world. Pretty much. Only after like a couple of years since playing first grade, he was the best winger in the world, in my opinion, without doubt. He played, obviously, for the Broncos, he played for Queensland, played for Australia, and he was just an absolute monster. And he suffered a freak accident on the footy field, went up to contest a high ball, and he snapped his ankle. It was a compound fracture. I know during the game, I remember this game vividly, mainly for that reason, but when they initially showed the replay, you could literally see, you couldn't see the bone because he had his sock up, but you could see the protrusion, and you could see that it's a compound fracture. And that's, I mean, you know, that's a tough injury to come back from. He was in rehabilitation for ages. He eventually came back. He never played top grade again. He played a few times for North's Devils in the Queensland Cup. And I mean, I was always hopeful, but at the same time, I guess in the back of my mind, I was like, he's probably never going to. I mean, he was never going to get back to his best, and there was always a thought that he might never play for the Broncos again. And unfortunately, he did end up retiring couple more games into that season. I don't know, he didn't play much of the season. He played a few games, and he just couldn't, you know what he said, he just couldn't get back to his you know, not even his best, but even close to his best. Like, he couldn't get back to it. So let's get into the video. Enough jabbering. It's a heartbreaking story, but yeah, dude, he's an absolute gun. So I'm keen to see the video again. It's been a while since I've watched it, dude, but he was just a supreme winger. Outside of Justin Hodges, for the most part. Izzy Folau was inside him for a bit as well. He had a few good centre partners. I remember, that's right, dude. Also, Jack Reed as well. Honestly, the Broncos have had a couple of unlucky players over their career, but Jack Reed inside of him. Jack Reed, honestly, I remember when Jack Reed first came into the scene for the Broncos, I was never a huge fan of his. But it quickly changed, honestly. Jack Reed was an absolute gun, dude. He was very, very good and very underrated. And yeah, I think it was shoulder. He had like neck-shoulder issues in his career, and then that basically forced him to retire. But he was a very, very good player. But Yeah, Yow Yeh. I mean, the funny thing is, Yow Yeh playing. Look at the footwork there, just electric, dude. Very, very skillful for a winger as well. And that's something I've always wondered was, is he ever going to get into like center or fullback? He was, you know, when you think about like the best players contesting aerial, I probably Israel Folau is 100% the best I've ever seen, and I think the best there ever will be. In all honesty, Israel Folau back in league, I don't remember him ever missing a high ball, and I can just picture him in today's game, 2020, with the new rules to not being able to tackle players in the air. He would just be unstoppable. And I know in Super League he's going alright as well, but I hope one day he's back in league. Probably shouldn't talk about Folau too much because that's a little controversial. But in terms of players under the high ball, we'll go back and quickly have a look at this. But Yow Yeh, he's up there, dude. He was an absolute. Look at the score. Don't worry about the score. Yow Yeh also played at a time when the Broncos were. They weren't at their best. When he first came onto the scene, I think the Broncos were going alright, and then later it was a bit of a changeover stage for the Broncos during his time. Probably after his time, they were still pretty good when he was there, but they were definitely falling away a bit at this point. 36-0 to the freaking Warriors, dude. But yeah, he up with the best in the air. Up with the best for sure. Unreal. But and just look at this. Just turning him inside out, dude. Who was that? I can't think of that Dragons dude name, but he played a few games. The speed, dude. Just so quick. And that's what I was gonna talk about before. Would he have, like, I don't know, would they have tried to put him into fullback or into the centers? He was such an elite fullback. Put on a shot too. He was a big boy. He was sort of like not the first, but he was sort of at the stage of like these big athletic wingers, you know. Nowadays, like, every winger has to be like an absolute giant, but he was back when he was around. He was a huge winger compared to not all of them. There were definitely some. I mean, Marnie Vadavai was playing back then, but there weren't as many as there are now. Oh, this is a classic. Oh, this is a classic moment, dude. Benji Marshall getting thrown into orbit, as Phil Gould rightly said. Just absolutely trampeding poor old Reese Wessel there. Dude, he was just so freakish. He actually reminds me, the way he runs is very similar to Valentine Holmes. And that's sort of who I was thinking about when I was talking about like him shifting into fullback, was Valentine Holmes. Because Valentine Holmes, just an absolute elite winger. And obviously Holmes went into fullback. He's back now and he's playing fullback and playing pretty well. I think Yow Yeh had skill. And it's one of those things, you want these guys to get the ball as much as possible. And on the wing, you know, they might not see as much quality footy, but I know the Broncos, when he played, because he was such a good player, he did find himself around the middle of the ruck fairly often. But yeah, just the running style. As you can see, he loves this is the Valentine Holmes special, sort of like going in and away from players. He actually, where was it? Back here. There was a better example of it when he stood up the Dragons winger. Where was that, dude? Oh yeah, here. This is a better example of the Valentine Holmes type of swerving run, which reminds me a lot of Holmes, just going in and away. He did yeah, the speed, the power. I mean, he just had it all, dude. We'll skip through here to the back where we were, but yeah, you know, tragic how he went, because he'd probably still be playing now. I mean, he definitely would have been on in the years. How old would he be? He'd still be in his decently prime. Again, the footwork there, the footwork with the kicking skills. He did that quite a lot. Just palming off, dude. Krishnan Inu getting absolutely dusted. Krishnan, and again, just the strength. My God, dude, the palm of Inglis, the leap of Israel Folau. I mean, what's there not to love about Jharal Yow Yeh? Just a freakish player. I mean, just watching the highlights, he's got as good a highlights as you'll ever see for a player who have played the game way longer. Like, he only played... He definitely played like a fair chunk of games because he came into the grade so young, but for the amount of games he played, like the amount of highlights he has is incredible, dude. I can only imagine if he had played longer, he would have just had, yeah, it would have just been filled to the brim in the air, dude. I mean, he just outlives everyone. Who was that? Talanoa? Rabbitohs winger? I think so. Rabbitohs weren't good back then. Rabbitohs were not that hot. He's again the little kick, dude. He's got so many tries off those little kick in behind. Just got the bounce too. He's just one of those players at the... Oh, this is a classic moment right here. This was a beauty, dude. Oh man, this was off your seat type action right here. Great kick, Kronk into the corner, and they just let it go. Poor old Brett Morris leaving it for Dugan. Dugan not knowing what to do. And Yow Yeh just attacking the footy like he always does, scoring a great try. Poor old another Queensland. Oh, who was that? Was that Gidley? Who was this? I think it was Gidley, right? Who is it? Oh, is it Minicello? I think it might be Minicello, actually. Couldn't really tell. I think it was Minicello in that moment, but that was another... you know, nothing's better than an Origin try like that. Again, I mean, the way he attacks the footy, every time the ball... Oh, this is a good try. Poor old JT. Poor old JT, the competitor. He could... Yeah, why'd you have to do it to him? He could have... He could have burned him on the outside. We got to go back, dude. He had him burned. Yeah, he had Thurston to dead there. He didn't have to do it. He didn't. Oh, it's just so good to watch him in full flight, man. Just so quick, and the quickness of the steps. Like, he's not a stepper like a Tuivasa-Sheck or you know, those type of guys. It's just the change of direction, keeping the speed. More like a Jennings. Again, under the high ball, dude. Just incredible. How's he hung on to that? Great try. Again. And this was before... The funny thing is as well, like, these tries, this was sort of before the days, as I see, the next recommended is Carmichael Hunt. Honestly, I think that's a prelude. We're definitely going to do Carmichael Hunt next. I mean, I just said he was my favorite player of all time, so it's a great segue. Yeah, this was sort of before the time of like the real freakish put downs. I don't know what. Actually, yeah, probably the corner post rule, which changed a lot of that. But, like, you don't really see that many, like, freakish, like, put downs in the corner from Yow Yeh. I can just imagine, like, you know, him last few years in the NRL being able to do these acrobatic finishes. 'Cause, I mean, he was just a freak, dude. He was a freak. Just the athleticism. We had to go back and watch this one again. This is again, a classic Cowboys-Broncos game, dude. This is an absolute beauty. Once again, 60 minutes in, 10 apiece, and just the magic here from Yow Yeh. I'm pretty sure the Bronx went on to win this, and that was a pretty big moment in the game. But yeah, Yao Yeh, I mean, dude, I mean, if you've never seen Yao Yeh, these highlights just get you pumped, dude. Like, I'm biased because I love Yao Yeh, but there's no... I've seen a lot of highlight videos. I don't think I've seen any better. I don't think I've seen any better highlights than these. There's probably not as many, like, long-range efforts. If you look up probably, like, a Tedesco or Trebojevic, there's not as many, like, real long-range tries, but the defensive hits, the aerial... Like, the aerial ones are freakish, and then just everything in between. So, a great montage. Go check out the original video. Give them a like. And, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Jharal Yoh Yeh, absolute star, absolute tragedy, what happened. But, yeah, make sure to like and comment. Comment your suggestions of, I would say players, but probably comment, like, I don't know, what do people do? Like, comment, like, a video or saying, like, if you've seen, like, a good highlight video or whatever, just, you know, comment that, and I can see if I can react to it. Probably Carmichael Hunt's going to be next because it did pop up and I was keen for it. But, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.